Oh boy. Oh wow, I went a lot farther than I thought I did. But man, how cool would it be if we could actually have this suspension, like bridge kind of system go all the way out? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, this is ScrapMan bringing you another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and today we're going to do something very experimental and interesting using this giant mountain range canyon thing. Right where I am right now is somewhat near the middle of the big, like, circular area, and if you look around, you see a couple of trees that have, that are marked with a pole next to them. There's one right there, and there's one right there. I've got these 3 tree marked because what I want to try is to make a suspended house that is suspended by rope bridges, essentially. And I want to attach the rope bridges to those 3 trees and then have them lead down to a platform here, and it actually be like a floating kind of rope bridge type thing. I don't really know how possible this is because we're not going to be able to use the weld tool for this kind of stuff since it's going to be attached to the ground. It's not going to be on a lift, so we're not going to be able to weld things. So I don't know how much this is going to work, but we're going to try it either way. I just got to figure out how to go about it. So I figure the first thing that I want to do is I'm actually going to build a platform out here. And that platform will be the foundation or the roof, I'm not sure which yet, one of the two, of our house. And then we can try to figure out how to build the suspension points. So let's get to it. All right, so I think this is going to be the height I'm gonna be. So the odd thing about this is that all of the trees, there's one right there, and right there, are at different heights. So the bridges are going to be very different from each other. And I'm still trying to work out in my head as I do this, how I'm actually going to attach the bridges to both the house and the tree. That is something I don't know the best way to do yet, but we'll figure it out when we get there. So first off, we need to build our foundation. I don't know how big we want to make this, but I'm gonna start with just a 4x4 section here right on top of this thing. And I feel like we can go a lot bigger than that. You know, I just realized I didn't even think to triangulate the position of this because we're on a grid system here, and if I'm gonna build these bridges, we're gonna need to actually have things lined up. And if I look at the way that this grid is lined up, it is not lined up with that. It is definitely not lined up with that, and it is not lined up with that one. So I think I'm actually going to, what I'll have to do is, I'm gonna have to build out from each of these pillars and then see where they intersect. This is gonna be a project. So what we can do is delete this thing in its entirety. Alright, let's get up to the pillars. Alright, so here's the first pillar. So I'm just gonna go straight, whoops, I should probably have it not attached to the ground. I'm just gonna go straight out this way. Actually, now that I think about it, I shouldn't be using the pillars, I should be using the trees, because the tree is actually what I am gonna be building off of. Alright, I think I've gone far enough on this one, so now we can start on that one. And I just realized I won't really be able to actually triangulate since these two are not naturally lined up, but that's gonna be the important one. But I wanna see where this one goes in relation to this one, and then we'll see how that one intersects, and then we'll figure out some type of midpoint from there. Let's see if I can spawn my jet on top of this thing without it falling off. There we go. Alright, so I probably should have done this one first now that I think about it, because then I would have known exactly how far I needed to make that one go. But we're just making stuff up as we go, to be quite honest. Alright, here it goes, number 2. Okay, I think we're at a decent point on this one. I'm not entirely sure though. We'll have to see how that one lines up to see if we need to add any more length to this one. So one more left. No! No! Oh, I can't believe that just happened. That is so annoying. All right, wow, this is really not lined up, is it? This is gonna be interesting. But I think this is gonna determine like the dimensions of my base, because that's gonna go to the side back. This is gonna go to the side front, and then that's gonna come into the rear of the base. I don't know how it's going to affect it as far as like torque and stuff goes. It's probably going to make the base tip in weird directions if we actually can even do the suspension bridge type thing. But I really don't know if the suspension bridge thing will work. Like, part of me thinks if I can figure out a way to get it to actually work, it's gonna be really laggy, or it's just not gonna work and I'm gonna screw up, and it's gonna, because if I screw up with this type of thing, I can't just undo like with a blueprint, because there's gonna be no lift with this type of creation. Oh no, what? The whole thing fell down. Why did the... Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to do some adjustments, because apparently... Let me see here. Is this true? Wait, what? How come it's not doing it on this one? It did the thing where if you delete one block, the entire thing detaches, but it doesn't happen on all trees? That's weird. Is there something special about this tree? What? Now it's not doing it. What? What was that all about? I'm very confused. I just realized what probably would have been quicker is if I actually just took one of those other pieces I already made and just welded it onto here or something like that, but nah, I didn't do that. I decided to do each piece individually because I'm a smart man. Alright, now we have finished this one. We just have to extend the middle one a little bit more to meet this one over here. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so here we go. This is the information I have to work with. What I'm gonna do with it, I am not entirely sure yet, but one thing I want to do is actually attach these sections pretty much to each other. So where is directly underneath? Right here? Alright, so I'm just gonna jump up to this one. That way we're gonna have actual pillars marking off the distances between each section. Oh, and we're here already. You think I can make that jump? You think I can make the jump over to the other one? I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Couldn't make it. Couldn't make it. I'll have to fly up there. Alright, right here. Wow, that's really high. Right here should line up on the other one. Alright, so here we are. So what I'm thinking maybe is I might actually want to use the middle one as our baseline. In other words, that's gonna be straight in line with the with that tree. And that way it's gonna go up to there a little bit, and then it should go down to that one actually quite a bit. Okay, let's see how that feels from here. Yeah, so it's gonna be going down to that one. So then this would be my center point right here for the base. Yeah, let's build out from around this pillar, see how this feels. So what might work then is, what if I make this a static bridge? So this will be the one static attachment point. And then the other ones I can try to experiment with a suspension bridge. But first, let me build out my foundation a little bit more. We'll see how far out we actually want to go. And then we can... Oh, actually, you know what? I have to go to at least there, because that is where that one lines up. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting base, that's for sure. So let's get ourselves out here. All right, there we go. So the other bridge, this one lines up with here, which makes this the front area. This is the back area. So this is getting interesting, kind of visualizing how it's gonna work out. So I think I want to make it, since it's so long, let's definitely make it a little bit wider. All right, and here we have a potential foundation for the base, or the house, or whatever it's gonna be. Gazebo, I don't know what it's gonna be. So now I want to do a, I guess I want to do a test to see if we can even make if we can even make one of these suspension bridge things. So I'm gonna start building a piece, I guess, and see if we can just weld it. All right, I'm thinking this could be one piece. So that should bend there. Here, let me just make sure this is gonna work the way I think it is. Yep, all right, so that bends there, and then this should weld to that side. So if I just copy this like that, I should be able to go ahead and weld this end onto here. And now we have, yeah, now we have what would make a kind of like suspension bridge going on. The only question is, how do I hook up the ends to either side? I think I have a crazy idea of how to do this. It may or may not work though. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna happen, but what I'm gonna do is detach this right now. Hopefully this doesn't screw up a whole lot of stuff. All right, stay, good. All right, it's staying. And I need to make sure that this is actually high enough that we can have the angle down. Okay, so we're gonna put that there. And here is the plan. Whoa, that's weird. That is so, why is that happening? Look at this. I just put these, it doesn't fit. What? How is that even possible? Hold on a second here. Yes, there we go. And now what I'm gonna use is a controller. Where's a controller? Where's a controller? All right, the controller is gonna hold both of those. And then I'm literally just gonna weld this right back where it was. And hope that it stays. That's good enough, that's good enough. So now I'm going to get on top of here. And what I'm gonna do, oh no, because there is a controller and a bearing, now I can't actually spawn things on top of this, which, you know what? That's fine, that's fine. What I'm gonna do actually then is delete that, back off. Now I'm gonna copy this. Oh boy, this is ridiculous. And I'm going to paste it. Can I paste it? There we go. Alright, I have to run all the way to the other end of these things so I can actually weld them. Ah, no, come back. I'm gonna weld this one onto the bearing. There we go. And then this one I'm actually going to weld next to it. I'm gonna weld it on this thing, and that'll be our platform to stand on. So I'll grab it here, and I will weld this one right there. All right, here we go. So now I can spawn the things I need on this one, and then I can weld them over here, I hope. All right, so here's the plan. After I do that, I'm gonna make it go all the way out over here, and then I'm going to slowly delete the support for the controller so that the bridge actually angles down at our base, and then we're gonna find a way to attach it to the base without having to weld it. And that's gonna be the hard part. But first I need to actually attach it to this tree, which I can do. I can actually just plain attach it. All right, so here we go. Step one, I gotta attach this thing. Oh boy, this is actually gonna be harder than I thought. To that thing. Oh no. It is slightly angled, which isn't what I meant to do. All right, let's see if this works. If I take this and then attach it right there, now I should be able to keep welding it. But is that independent? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, that was so scary. I had no idea if that was gonna ruin everything or not. What I meant to do was test it. Yeah. Okay, good. So that was not welded to this thing. All right, so I should just be able to keep going with this then. So if I just spawn one, and then I take the weld point and weld it right there, I think this is it. I think this is the method right here. I just gotta hope that the weld glitch doesn't happen and prevent me from welding. Oh, but this is gonna drop the frames. The game does not like a lot of welding in a short period of time. Oh, what? Okay, you know what? This might get fixed as soon as we delete the contact between this one and the solid beam underneath it, which is going to be a process, but for now we have to deal with really crappy frames. Oh, I accidentally deleted the bearing and I can't even put it back. This is how laggy. I'm at 4 frames right now. Come on. It won't let me put the bearing back. Put it back. Yes, there we go. Okay, come on. I don't even know if I can continue this. Oh, alright, we got that weld. I am bouncing like crazy though. Alright, I'm gonna see what happens if I exit the world and come back in to see if that fixes anything, or am I just destroying this world completely? If this is a solution, that'd be great. Oh no! So this was this is one of the problems. You know what? I'm just gonna do an experiment here. This is one of the problems I was really hoping wasn't gonna be the case. This might not be a possible project because of the lag. So I might have to do it like a fake style where I create fake suspension bridges. But I'm gonna sever this right here, if I can. Oh boy, there we go. All right, is this gonna fix the lag? Okay, all right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sever the back section so that just the suspension bridge is not in contact with the flat section there. And hopefully that'll resolve some lag issues, and that'll let me know whether or not this is possible. So now if I sever this, and then delete this. Yeah, I have great frames now, but the problem is I just destroyed all that progress. So how do we get the suspension bridge there without... You know what? I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try something right now. I'm gonna take a controller and I'm just gonna attach a controller to the bearings and see if this will work. It's probably not gonna support itself very far is the only issue. But I'm wondering if we can prop it up somewhere. Oh boy. Oh wow, I went a lot farther than I thought I did. But man, how cool would it be if we could actually have this suspension, like bridge kind of system go all the way out? But yeah, see, it's bending right here. And I don't know if I can fix, oops. I don't know if I can fix that. What if I put a lift right there? Nope. All right, well, this is definitely gonna be a project and a half, people. Let me know if you think I should try to, do you think this is gonna work? I'm gonna reach out to you guys. If you have any advice on what's the best way to do this, let me know. I don't know how to get the suspension bridge over there. Because once I get there, what I'm gonna have to do is figure out how to attach the bridge. Whoops, that is not what I meant to spawn. I'm gonna have to figure out how to then attach the bridge at the end that meets the house. Which I'm probably gonna have to do some weird thing where like, I make like a pillar or something, and then I take the actual bridge and like build it around like a lock point. I really don't know how this is going to work. And then I could just like close it in here. All right, let me know how you would do it. Otherwise, the other option, if it doesn't seem like that's gonna be feasible, is keep it like this, basically, where I have these straight sections, or what I could do is build it into a curve, which would take a really long time and be a little bit tedious. But I can still have my base there in the middle and just have it be solidly connected rather than suspension connected to the mountain. So I'm hoping that this can turn into like a episode by episode project where you can see the progress of it happening. This was kind of just the conception of the idea and the proof of concept to see if it'll work. And so far, the proof of concept isn't very encouraging. But I really want a bridge like this. Alright guys, so I took a break and I came back and I tried to do a little bit more with this. I'm just going to give you a quick update on where we are at. I thought it would be a good idea to attempt a similar thing with using the controllers and just doing a bare bones single line out and connecting the single line and then building the bridge off of that single line, but it did not work. The controllers aren't even strong enough to get that far, and we're not even halfway there. So that didn't work. I also tried to do something else with the first method that we did and trying to prevent the lag, and I got the welding glitch, and it wouldn't let me weld anymore, so that didn't work either. So I am out of ideas right now on what is a good way to actually build this bridge and have it be a curve that can move and flow like an actual suspended bridge, because I'd really like for that to happen. And I want you guys to let me know if you'd actually like to see this happen. I also decided that I'd like to see, I think I'd rather have that bottom section be the base rather than this middle section here. Oh, and we got bounced off. That bouncing is so frustrating. But let me know if you want to see something like this actually happen. I mean, imagine this thing being suspended by three bridges in the middle of this area. I think that would look so cool, but I don't know if it's really feasible or possible. So if you have ideas, let me know down in the comments on ways to build this bridge and attach it from one solid point to the house that is going to be in the middle of this. Obviously, this is going to be quite a big project if I do continue with it, so let me know if you want me to continue. This is going to definitely take multiple episodes, and I'm sure you'll enjoy seeing me experiment and fail, and hopefully not give up. But that'll be depending on how you guys like it. If it gets a decent amount of views, I'll definitely continue it. But if you're not that interested, then we'll find some other projects for sure. I mean, I'm ScrapMan, and this is Scrap Mechanics, so we're definitely not out of ideas here. Well, make sure you leave a like if you did like the episode, comment below what you think I should do, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. This has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Welcome to the end screen. Well, you'll probably click away before I get to tell you to subscribe for more fun, and if you really like me, but like not in a creepy way, support me on Patreon. Oh yeah, check out this awesome video I made over here. It's probably even better than this one, or it might be worse actually, but if you don't click it, I guess you'll never know.